Yay Networks.
Maybe turn me up a little bit higher than you. Yep. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, hopefully the same volume level as my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Oh, now you're going to show me. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Alan, let me just say this right now. Taking the reins for this podcast. He called me this afternoon and said,
I got you.
You have a homework assignment for the podcast today, honey.
Producing.
And I fulfilled my homework task, I think.
Did you?
I think.
Did you now?
I think I interpreted what you wanted correctly, but
Okay.
we'll find out because heaven knows if I didn't do it right, we'll hear about that too.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We're going to have some healthy debate and discuss.
Debate.
No, we're not going to debate. We're just going to discuss.
Bicker.
No, we're not. Well, we'll probably bicker, but we're going to discuss my homework assignment. But I'll tell you what, here's a little peek behind the kimono. I'm going to pull back the kimono, revealing all. I got to give props. Got to give a shout out to my wife, one Kellie Raspberry Evans.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kellie, tonight, and this doesn't happen all the time, and this is no shade.
Rare.
I'm not throwing any shade.
It's fact.
But I think I should recognize on International Women's Day, the woman in my life made me a hot, home-cooked meal.
I did. Another round of applause.
And that doesn't happen, like, it's not on the daily. I would say it's not even on the weekly.
No, it's not. It's usually every man and teenager for him or herself.
We play every man for himself a lot.
Yeah. I wanted to cook for you last night, but as you were out, you said, got a craving for Buffalo Wild Wings. So I had to shelve my meal that was supposed to be last night to tonight.
Here's what was on the menu, good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener. We had salmon, baked salmon, and some kind of sauce. What kind of sauce was that?
Garlic butter.
Garlic butter sauce. It was excellent.
It was Costco.
Hey, you had to get it.
Yeah.
You had to heat it up. You had to heat it up right.
And I did it right.
You did it right.
Aw.
We
Usually
had
I overcook everything.
homemade mashed potatoes.
Homemade mashed potatoes. I boiled them. I added butter and garlic salt and heavy whipping cream and mashed them by hand.
You know,
they're lumpy though. I like them a
I
little
thought they
lumpy,
were-
but not too lumpy.
I thought they were perfect.
I like lumps.
My lovely lady lump.
Yeah.
And usually I salt everything. Didn't salt those.
I thought they were perfectly salted.
Didn't need to.
They're perfectly salted,
Perfectly
right? Not too
salted.
salted.
Just right.
Just right. I thought so
and
too.
very buttery.
I thought, yeah.
And
I
then
thought so too.
the vegetable was steamed broccoli. Broccoli, one of my favorites.
And how did I do?
Just right.
Alan was afraid I was going to cook it to death because Southern people do tend to overcook
Well,
everything.
they cook the life out of everything. Yeah.
But I steamed it, and I
Just
think I
right.
got it. I could have maybe took it off a minute earlier.
Well,
made it a little more crisp, but that's okay.
it still
was
had a little
good.
bit of crisp
Still
to
had
it.
color, and it was still good. I'm
it's
so
still-
happy that worked out. I told Alan I'm really going to start making an effort to cook a little bit more often. I'm not a big fan of cooking, and I come from a long line of excellent Southern cooks. I just was not bit by that bug. And I was talking to my mama about it when we had Mondays with Mama. And she said that she and Daddy rarely eat out. And when they do get something and bring it home, like she was telling me, like they go get like special Whoppers. Like they'll have a special on Whoppers at Burger King. But she'll bring them home.
Special on Whoppers?
Yeah, like they'll have a special. There'll be like 2 Whoppers for $5 or whatever. So she'll bring them home.
Do they really?
Well, they have specials all the time on things. My parents follow all this stuff. They get the mailers. We get the mailers. We just toss them in the trash. My parents actually look at
I
them.
don't think I've been to a Burger King in 25
Well,
years.
she'll bring them home, but she'll doctor them up. She'll add her lettuce.
Okay.
And she'll add more sauces and seasoning and make them even better.
Uh-huh.
She's really good at that. Or if they buy a pizza from the grocery store that already has like pepperoni and cheese, she'll add more vegetables and stuff. So she makes it more of a homemade thing. And I remember when I was a kid growing up, and I remember my mother always had supper on the table. We ate as a family every night. And I remember that. And she said, well, Kellie, half the time, it wasn't something I made from scratch. Sometimes I would go get a Stouffer's, they have the pre-prepared meals, and she would, cook that as the main course, and then she'd add a couple of sides, and that'd be supper. But at least she, did that for us every night. Eating out didn't used to be just a regular thing like it is now.
Well, you know what we used to eat the hell out of when I was a kid were those Stouffer's.
Chicken pot pies. Is that it?
No.
Oh, that's what you're
The
going to say.
Stouffer's French bread pizzas.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, it was in a half a French bread loaf, but then it was a pizza. And the first bite you took in that thing, like the bottom was crispy, but then the top
slide off.
Oh, and it was, I don't know, 1,000 degrees. So you would always burn the top of your mouth on that thing. You couldn't wait. So I started asking my dad to cut them into little slices, so you have little French bread pizza bites.
Yeah. So you were the one that came up with the idea for pizza bites.
There you go.
But my daddy, I remember he used to love to try different things. He was experimental in the kitchen. And I'll never forget the time. He'd always cook steaks in the oven. They would sear them on the stove, and you'd cook them in the oven on the broiler pan. So he'd broil them. And he would always try different toppings and stuff. And one time he was going to show us, and he put banana slices on top of his steak. I'll never forget it. And he was like, I messed up on this one. But yeah, we do all sorts of fun things.
Anything banana makes me want to gag.
I'm going to try this for you if I can get my mama to remind me. She used to make a pot of rice, but with a can of French onion soup. And it was absolutely delicious. But I'll have to get my mother to remind me the exact measurements.
A pot of rice?
You make rice, but you cook it in French onion soup, like the can of Campbell's French onion soup.
Huh.
Absolutely delicious.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to ask my mama to remind me, because I do want to start cooking a little bit more at home.
So what would that... And there's no right or wrong answer, but what would that mean? Would that mean like once a week or once a month? Or
Don't pressure me, bro. Don't pressure me. By the way, I just broed my husband. He hates it, y'all. He high-fived me.
Yeah,
he high-fived me.
Whatever.
And he is going to deny it to this day, but I caught him.
No,
I caught him. And then as soon as I did it, he like put me into an arm twist. And literally, I was like, stop, you're hurting me.
I didn't put her into an arm twist.
He couldn't believe I got him to high-five me.
Well, I'm not even going to respond to that.
It's true. He's been working on his garage, making it a man cave. And I came home and told him what a great job he'd done. And I was like, yeah. And I put up my hand, and he went and he high-fived me. Alan, admit it. Admit it.
All right. So
admit it.
That's a good segue. What we're talking about is a good segue, because we were talking about some things that we used to enjoy that maybe aren't a thing anymore. Like the Stouffer's French bread pizza. Does that even exist?
Yeah.
It does? It still exists?
Stouffer still has frozen entrees, I am sure.
Okay, well, not a good example. Well, that's one of our bits tonight.
Maybe it's a thing that you used to enjoy that you don't enjoy anymore.
We're going to talk about things we used to enjoy that really aren't a thing anymore. And Kelly was asking me, does that mean something I used to do that I can still do, but I used to enjoy it, but I just don't do it anymore?
Yeah,
I said it could be. But I was more thinking of things that I used to do, and then nobody does them anymore. They're just not a thing anymore.
Right. I think I got a grasp of the assignment later.
Okay. So we're going to talk about that. Kelly mentioned a little bit about the garage. I have an update, and I have a Handyman Alanzo tips and tricks. And
do you have a video for it to go with it?
And I have a Landscaper Alanzo tips and tricks.
A video to go with that too, to post?
Not
on
yet,
because
it's March and it's time to start thinking about those lawns. Hashtag not an ad. Time to start thinking about those lawns for this summer, this spring and summer. So yeah, I've been thinking about my landscaping, been working on that garage. And then I hate to say it, but we'll probably finish with yet another bathroom story from young,
oh my gosh, Alan,
Walter A. Evans. Walter A. Evans has presented on this podcast to you. I believe one of the first podcasts we did, we talked about embarrassing moments and how I had a 20-foot long piece of toilet paper coming out of my pant leg at the gas station. We had the KFC incident, the crab walk to the waxy paper towels with the guy standing there, and then I crab walked back because nobody had handed me any TP. And then me soiling myself in a Harley Davidson dealership and cutting my underwear off.
Yeah.
We have another story this week So you're going to have to stick around to hear what that's all about.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to stick around for that? I guess I have to.
You don't even remember what it is. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. Okay.
So I don't remember what it is.
No.
You said you wanted to surprise me on the podcast.
So we're going to talk about that as soon as we do this.
All right. My friend, Melissa, she texted me and she goes, I need to get some new glasses. Be honest. How much do you love your pair eyewear? I was like, I love my pair eyewear. Absolutely order them because these are good looking glasses that aren't expensive and they are fun because pair eyewear makes it easy to change up your look in a snap, literally a snap. You choose the perfect base frame that suits your face shape and your style, and then you buy the top frames that come in different colors and designs. They have little magnets on them and snap, you just pop them on the base frames and you've got an entirely new look to match your outfit, to match your mood for the day. Now, I chose the Kirby frame in the blue turquoise. It was perfect for my head shape, right? It's a big, wide, square head shape. And then for Valentine's Day.
It's more oval, but.
Well, I think it's more square. But this is the Valentine's Day collection is past, but they have like seasonal collections. So they'll have, the St. Patrick's Day collections. They'll have the 4th of July collections and Christmas collections. But these I ordered for Valentine's Day. They were covered in X's and O's because I signed everything XO.
Yes.
I thought these are me. These are my signature frames. And then I also got these black glittery ones that are kind of subtle, but they're special. And they're just the right amount of sparkle to make it feel that way. And Pair Eyewear's budget-friendly base frames range in styles from classic to cat eye. They start at just $60, and that includes prescription. Or if you're just doing them for fashion, you could just get the basic lens that has no prescription. They've got frames designed for men, women, and kids. The whole family can customize their looks, choosing from hundreds of top frames starting at just $25. Like I said, they have the holiday collection, superhero collections, your favorite sports themes, even wedding day eyewear. And because Pair knows vision's essential for every pair you buy, Pair Eyewear provides glasses to a child in need.
And get glasses that stay as fresh as your unique style with Pair. Go to paireyewear.com/sandwich for 15% off your first purchase. That's Pair, Pair, eyewear.com/sandwich.
All right. So where do you want to begin, honey, since you're in control of the ship?
I'm the skipper and you're Gilligan, huh?
Happy to fill that role, yes.
Well, I saw something on the social media, and it just got me to thinking, yeah, there used to be things that we did in life, and we just don't do them anymore. And I remember that...
You can't.
You can't do them anymore. I remember thinking, I had very fond memories of this one example, and I thought, well, it'd be fun to talk about on the podcast. And you know what? I was talking to one of our listeners a while back, and she's younger. I think she was in her 20s or 30s. And she said, you're kind of like the grumpy old guy on the podcast. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That's the way you perceive me? Is to be a grumpy old guy?
Yeah.
Okay. What, are you agreeing?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like maybe a good old day talk.
Back in the good old days.
Maybe. I don't know.
I will tell you this. I feel very, very fortunate to have been born when I was. Because
Same
I
here.
feel like I got to enjoy a very special time of life before, all the social media and we got to experience the beginning of the technology age or whatever, but it was right at that time when you still had to make your own fun and use your imagination and just, it was a more innocent time. And I'm really, really happy that I was born when I was. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
We still remember a time when there wasn't technology, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody born today, and gosh, in the last since
they don't
about
know any different.
Well, since about 2000. If you were born in 2000, the first iPhone was when? 2008. So you're about 8 years old when the first
before that,
iPhone
we had mobile phones before that. But I remember in 1990 is when I moved to Atlanta. And there were no cell phones at that point. And I remember the first time I saw one, somebody brought one into the restaurant where I was working. And it was attached to this big, almost like briefcase type apparatus.
Gordon Gecko.
Yeah. And you had to carry it like on a strap on your shoulder. And it was the first like mobile phone. And it was like to this big briefcase thing. And I remember thinking, wow, that was so amazing. But we had pagers and beepers and things like that. But that cell phone thing was crazy.
Okay, well, kind of back to the bit. Most of mine are music related. So I remember there was a time when I would just in my room, I would listen. I had a little rack, and I had all my cassettes in this rack. Now I'm not so old that I had
Tracks?
Not 8 tracks, but records.
We had records.
My dad had records,
and we had an 8-track player that was a 8-track stereo, and I vividly
and
remember
I listened
it
to a bunch of his
with a lava lamp on top of it because it was the 70s, and my
Bunny
parents.
Hole.
Well, it's the truth. We had 8 tracks for Elvis and the Osmonds, and I mean Mac Davis, and I just remember that we would just it was playing all the time.
Well, one thing I remember doing with my cassettes and then CDs later on is just laying in bed with a Walkman. I had a Walkman, and then I had a Discman, and I had my headphones on, my corded headphones, and I would take out the what do you call them? The sleeve out of the cassette and the sleeve out of the CDs, and just follow along, listening to the lyrics and reading the lyrics.
Yeah.
The cool albums had lyrics. Not all of them did, but a lot of them did.
Yeah,
and
now
just,
you go online to get the lyrics.
Yeah, and just lay in bed and and look at the artwork in the cassettes and the CDs. I remember thinking, wow, this is so much fun, man. I got it made. This is
much fun. You know
this
what I
is
did?
Awesome.
In the middle of the night when I'd go to bed, I'd put the radio on AM at night, and I'd go very, very slowly up the dial, and I would try to pick up stations across the country.
Oh,
and I remember it was in Florence, but I could pick up a station out of Chicago because at night the AM waves, I guess, would bounce or something. I don't know. And I would be able to pick up real staticky radio stations across the country at night.
Really?
On AM, yeah. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Is that one of yours?
I just thought of it because I'm piggybacking on yours.
You remember Hastings?
What is Hastings?
You don't remember Hastings?
We might not have had it. It might have been a regional thing.
We had a Hastings in Wichita Falls, and it was this big bookstore, magazines. Did you not? Record store.
Mm-mm.
So that was one of my things. I don't think
regional.
I don't think Hastings is a thing anymore. But I used to go to Hastings all the freaking time, and just look at the books and read car magazines, and then go look at the music. And then when I went to college, it was CD Warehouse, I think it was called.
Yeah, we had CD Warehouse.
You had a CD Warehouse?
I seem to remember that.
And I just remember going to the record store and just wasting time there. You could listen to the albums, you'd put on the headphones and you push the buttons to listen to the new albums.
Yeah.
That was really cool. It's just different. The way you consume music now is just so much different.
Before you realize it was gross to share headphones with everybody.
Yeah, I didn't care. I didn't really.
I think you didn't care with payphones either. You pick up these nasty payphones and put it to your ear because nobody had cell phones. It's like now I'd be like, that's so gross.
That's one thing. It was a whip that I didn't enjoy was
payphones. We didn't know any different though.
Yeah. I remember using the dang payphone when I moved to Dallas.
Yeah. I
remember.
We're just sounding old here, y'all. But that's
old.
the way it is. But hopefully a lot of our audience is able to relate.
I was in Richardson. It's a suburb here in Dallas-Fort Worth area. I was in Richardson. I pulled over because I needed to call. I can't remember who I needed to call, but I pulled in. There's a payphone at a gas station. It was a Chevron gas station. I go to the payphone, and I'm on the payphone, and I finish my call, and I look over at the gas pump. I'm like, that's Jim Jackson. Jim Jackson, he used to play for the Mavericks, basketball player. He was over there filling up his car. I think he had a white BMW. I was like, man, that's Jim Jackson. I really like the Mavericks. So I ran over there and said hi, and he was real nice. He signed I had an old check in my car or something. He signed the back of this check.
Where is it now?
It may be up in the attic, babe, because that I wouldn't throw that away.
Yeah.
It's probably up there with all the sports stuff.
Cool.
Anyway, going to Hastings, CD Warehouse, looking at all that stuff, that was another thing that I really enjoyed that you just don't do anymore.
I'm going to let you finish yours. You want me to just start doing mine?
Yeah, what do you got?
Okay, well, my thing, I started back when I was a little kid, and I remember, and I don't think kids do this anymore, but we would get up before our parents did, and we'd go plop ourselves in front of the TV to watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
And you don't do that anymore.
I remember doing that.
It used to be Bugs Bunny and Scooby-Doo and all this stuff, and we would just sit there with our bowl of cereal every morning, and we'd sit there and watch Saturday morning cartoons. And another thing I vividly remember was Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Remember they used to have, it was educational cartoons. I'm just a bill sitting here on Capitol Hill. That kind of thing. And there was so many fun things about learning about prepositions.
Conjunction function, what's your function?
For emotion. Oh, interjections for excitement or emotion. or like come on, you feel like something. Anyway, Schoolhouse Rock.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Saturday morning cartoons.
I remember that.
And then I just started thinking about, other TV things that we used to look forward to. Every Sunday night, what came on?
Sunday night, the Waltons?
No, Disney movie. Remember they had the Disney special and they'd show the castle and it'd be the swirling thing and they'd have a Disney movie every Sunday night.
On network TV?
On TV, yes.
Did they really?
Yes, they used to have a Disney movie.
I don't quite remember that.
And then because we didn't have cable or we didn't have, all these streaming services, you had one chance every year. One chance. If you didn't see Wizard of Oz, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the Charlie Brown, whatever special holiday it was, if you missed it, you missed it for the entire year and you had to wait until next year. So it used to be really, really special because you had to tune in and the whole country would tune in at the same time or else you missed it.
Yeah.
And it used to feel really special and important. At least to me it did. And I missed that. And then I remember I think I might have been the second household at Florence Christian School to get MTV.
Oh, yeah.
And the beginning of MTV.
That's a good one, babe.
Because it was such a new thing and nobody had ever seen anything like it before. And they played, and people, now they say back in the day when MTV used to play music videos. Yeah, they used to play music videos nonstop, 24 hours a day with VJs, Martha Quinn and John Goodman and all these people.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Mark Goodman. Yeah. Well, Downtown Julie Brown wasn't even the original. She came later.
She was later on, yeah.
But I would sit there on the weekend. I would literally get home from school and I would sit in front of the TV the entire weekend because it was such a new thing to see all these artists that I loved finally doing these crap videos, so cheap to produce.
Well, you look at them now. But at the time, that was cool.
But that's why Duran Duran became so famous because they actually put money and production into their videos.
Yeah.
And that's how they became famous. So I remember the very beginning days of that.
That's a good one, Beth.
More TV, sticking with that because I kind of got on this theme. You remember when TV shows used to actually have theme songs? None of the TV shows have theme songs anymore.
Do they not?
No. Used to be a theme song from a TV show would be a top 40 hit on the radio. It used to be. I remember and I downloaded some. They're on my Apple Music playlist now. But the theme to The Greatest American Hero, the theme to Angie, which was a sitcom, I have all those theme songs.
Should we play a little Name That Theme song right now?
Believe it or not, I'm walking on
Street
air.
Blues?
I never thought I could feel so free. That's the Greatest American Hero.
Oh.
And Angie was, I'm going to go blank now. Let the love flow, let the love flow, let the rain shower, let the love flow. Love is sweet, love is fine, love will conquer, love is fine.
Maybe you can do a little more mainstream.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
There you go.
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Okay.
There used to be, Friends was probably one of the last ones. But they used to actually have songs that went with TV shows.
You used to enjoy that.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, you're right. I guess there isn't now.
No, you might be lucky if you get a down. That's what like Seinfeld was.
I don't
like bang, bang.
Well, not really there's not like songs that have lyrics really anymore because like The Mandalorian has a really cool theme, but it's a score. It's not,
And just a couple more that I have, and I promise you I'll let you have it back.
Okay.
I miss Blockbuster Video.
I had that one, and then I thought that was kind of a whip.
No, it wasn't. It was so fun to go.
They never had your movie.
But that's part of the hunt and the chase. You go with your date or your family up there, and you have to peruse up and down the aisles. And then they would have movie theater candy and popcorns and things there. And you'd check out movies. It was a part of the whole experience.
I always went to the return bucket first because I knew they weren't going to have it on the rack.
It was fun.
So I always went and poked my head in the return bucket to see if the new movies were in there.
Because I think you had to make a little bit more effort. It made it like an occasion. Now we can stream anything whenever we want. I can't get the family together for a movie night anymore because it's not special. When you can stream anything you want.
Nobody likes watching the same stuff.
Well, that's what it used to be. You'd have to go to Blockbuster. You'd all have to pick something. And maybe it'd be this person's turn. Okay, you get to pick this week. And you all decided and you had to go home and watch it. And now it doesn't happen. I want it to really bad. And the very last thing I'm going to say is the Sears and JCPenney catalogs.
Yeah, that's definitely not a thing anymore.
That as a kid was the funnest thing, especially at Christmas, because I would get my big magic marker and I would get the catalog and I would go through the catalog and I would circle everything I wanted.
Any of you fellas out there ever peruse the
The underwear section, you can say it, Alan. Everybody knows about it.
the bra and panty section?
Yeah, but I mean, I used to go through the toy section, and it was just a fantasy, you know. And I just flip through every page and circle everything I wanted, and give it back to my parents and let them see what I wanted for Christmas. And kids can't do that anymore.
Definitely not a thing anymore. Yeah. Fond memories of Sears
I
and
have so much
JCPenney.
joy thinking about those things. So anyway, thanks for indulging me, everybody.
Yeah. No, the only other ones I had, babe, were I used to go roller skating a lot. I used to be a really good roller skater.
I was terrible at it. But I used to go because that's where everybody hung out.
I could roller skate like.
But I was scared of people that hung out too much at the roller skating.
What?
We always heard everybody smoke pot
Oh, my
outside in the back.
goodness.
I'm telling you, we heard everybody that smoked pot.
Don't hang out in the back.
That's why I didn't, and I was scared of some of the older teenagers.
Just stay
because I
inside
knew
and skate around under the
knew
crystal ball.
They would go out back and smoke marijuana.
The devil's
scared.
The devil's lettuce. Yeah, and then later on, like in the early '90s, when I first moved to Dallas and I was single, I really got into rollerblading. Remember rollerblading?
Yeah, I never did that though.
Oh, it was great. It was really great.
Outside.
Yeah. I met a girl rollerblading.
What'd you do with her?
Rollerbladed.
That's it.
Yeah. As far as I can
You
remember.
had a rollerblading buddy.
Yeah.
What Alan used to take part in, and I didn't know it, I thought it was a really cool thing, is in Dallas, they used to have a 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Oh, hoop it up.
Hoop it up. And it was like this huge, I wish they would bring that back.
Huge.
It was a big deal.
Oh, it was enormous. Yeah.
And it was a 3-on-3 tournament. And I mean, hundreds of teams would sign up, and you get, I don't know how, you were actually, I didn't know it at the time, but you did pretty well, didn't you?
Yeah, we did pretty well.
I wish they bring that back.
You know, you go with 4 guys and then it's 3-on-3, so you at least have one sub. And yeah, I mean, I used to play a little basketball.
That was a big
pick
deal.
up basketball in the day, but yeah,
in
it
the
was
90s when
people always
came.
get in fights though, because
I know. I think they
like you
finally-
call your own fouls, so naturally, the further you advance, the more heated it gets.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why they did away with it. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty cool, babe. Gonna walk down memory lane.
Thank y'all for indulging us old toots. I hate the F word.
Nah, was that old person talk?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
Well, we're going to talk about, I got some landscaping tips and some handyman tips, but I think we should do this before we do that.
All right. Well, after the podcast, I'm going to be wrapping things up and heading to bed. And I absolutely love my nighttime routine. I give Alan a kiss goodnight because he sits up and watches TV a little later. I go to my bedroom, I turn down the comforter, and here comes Zoe, our schnauzer. She jumps up on the bed, and we both get into bed together
Best dog
every
ever.
single night. And we drift very quickly and peacefully to sleep thanks to my Helix Sleep Dusk Lux mattress.
Luke say.
Luke say, as Alan likes to say, I do not toss and turn for hours trying to fall asleep, because when you're matched with the perfect mattress for the way that you sleep, it's easy to fall asleep faster and you stay asleep all night. Alan is the one who took the Helix Sleep quiz on our behalf. And in less than 2 minutes, he found out the Dusk Lux, or Luke say,
It was easy.
was perfect for us big people who tend to be side sleepers.
Yes.
And that's the beauty about Helix Sleep's line of mattresses. It's not one size fits all. This is what you get. Helix has mattresses perfect for side sleepers, for stomach sleepers, big sleepers, hot sleepers. There's even a children's mattress, because the right mattress for your kid, if you're having issues with your child getting up all night, not able to fall asleep, and it's like, what's happening? You might need to consider getting them a Helix as well. Now, once you're matched with your personalized mattress, it ships straight to your door free of charge. Helix mattresses, American made. They come with a 10 or 15-year warranty, depending on the model you choose. And because Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it in your own home, they have a risk-free 100-night trial. After 100 nights, if you decide this isn't it for me, you are welcome to return it for a full refund.
And Helix supports our military, first responders, teachers, and students by giving them a special discount on the site. And Helix is offering up to $350 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners.
That's huge. That's an increase of what it used to be.
That's huge. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Really, y'all, that's a huge discount. HelixSleep.com/sandwich.
And you know what's bigger than huge?
Vast?
Huge.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay, Handyman Alanzo is making some good progress. I have a goal to finish this by the time Kellie comes back from her spring break.
Yeah, we're going to be on spring break next week.
My dream is to be sitting in the new, freshly painted garage, sitting on a chair with my feet propped up, watching TV with a mini fridge full of Diet Pepsi Cola and maybe a burr in there.
It's very interesting how Alan used to be a die-hard diet root beer person, and now you've adopted my Diet Pepsi habit.
I vacillate between either one.
You have completely taken on my Diet Pepsi habit.
So here's the Handyman Alanzo progress. I've painted the entire garage. I went and bought some molding to separate the beige top and the orange bottom. I installed the molding. So I used my stud finder. And what?
What happens if you find a stud?
You put a nail in it.
What happens if you don't find a stud?
Well, your nail's not gonna stick into anything. You're just gonna be hammering it into drywall. You need to hammer it into the stud.
I don't understand any of that.
There's studs in the walls, wooden studs.
So when I hang a picture, and if I don't have a stud, my picture's gonna fall?
No, a picture's fine. A picture doesn't weigh very much, but if you're hanging something heavy, you got to nail it into the stud.
I don't understand.
You don't understand? Okay. Well, anyway, I nailed all the molding to the studs. So now I've got to fill in all the little holes and the gaps between the molding and the walls. So I had to go over to Home Depot and I asked him where the caulk was. And he says, the caulk is over in the painting supplies. So I went over to the caulk and I'm looking at all this caulk and I'm like, holy moly, there's black caulk, there's white caulk, there's almond caulk. There's all this different types of caulk. And I'm like,
are you going to keep this going on for the rest of the podcast?
Keep what going on? What?
The caulk talk.
The caulk. I needed caulk to fill the holes.
Okay.
So after I found the caulk, I took I just got
all got it out.
I just got some white caulk and I took the white caulk to the cash register, checked out, brought it home, put it in I have a caulk gun. So I put it in my caulk gun and
this isn't getting old.
I laid a bead of caulk all around the room. I just needed one tube of caulk. I used white caulk. And so I sealed all the molding and it looks fabulous. So now my next step is to paint the molding.
Oh, good. We've moved on from caulk. Okay.
What? I had to procure the caulk. Mm-hmm. So I got the caulk and I caulked it.
Okay.
So the caulk is done.
Great.
It's done. So I hope to paint the molding and then start to move everything back and decorate this dog before you get back.
Lord, I hope so. So you have another excuse to be separated from me.
Not true.
You expect me to go out there and sit in the garage with you?
No, and I wouldn't want you to do that.
Because you're trying to get away from me.
That's not true.
Because now this is the third man cave in the home.
I'm not trying to get away from you.
Then why do you need another space?
I already have another space, but my thinking...
But you need another space.
No. My thinking is if I'm going to be out there, it might as well look nice. I might as well paint it nice.
And have beverages and
TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just be inside.
Watching, what's that thing we're watching?
Now, are you going to watch Ted Lasso with me?
I'm in 3 episodes.
Alan's in 3 episodes. Kicking and screaming, everybody.
Not kicking and screaming.
But Alan's like, how many seasons of this are there? This is literally what I have to listen to. And y'all believe him or me because he's like, oh, I'm watching. No. I'm like, do you want to watch another episode? Because they're only 30 minutes. Oh my God, we just watched one. Okay, well, we'll get to another one. But he's like, how many seasons are there? Well, I just found out, Alan, you'll be happy to know there's only 3 seasons.
But how many episodes in each season?
I'm not really 100% sure.
Like
I don't
22?
No, I don't think so. I think it's more like 12 maybe, max.
Oof.
See, this is what I have to deal with, y'all. And I'm just like, just forget it. I'll watch it by myself.
Oh, I'll watch it. I'm in 3 episodes. I'm going to keep going.
All right. Well, they're getting ready to drop season 3, and that's it.
Okay, we're getting off Handyman Alanzo talk. But anyway, so we had that going on, Ted Lasso, and also
I'm also watching Real Housewives of Potomac on
second
binge.
Mandalorian just dropped today. It is freaking awesome.
Oh, so you watched it without me?
I did. It's one of the best episodes in the whole series I've seen.
That's okay. I'm watching Real Housewives of Potomac without you.
Okay. So that's Handyman Alanzo. Here's a Landscaper Alanzo tip. Now this is some inside baseball. If you have, and I'm fighting with this spot in our front yard, I can't grow freaking grass on the spot.
There's also on the other side. Did you see that?
I cannot grow grass on this spot. Yes, to
There's 2
save
spots.
my life. And it's because there's a big magnolia tree there. It throws a huge amount of shade in this spot. And you're going to say, well, Alan, why don't you just plant something that's shade tolerant? I've tried that, and nothing will grow under this
the
tree.
root system too.
The roots are really near the surface, and nothing will grow there. So
I'm sorry.
Well, I had really good luck in the backyard filling in bare spots with this stuff called dichondra, Dichondra. And you can buy this stuff at Homey D's. It's seed, and you throw it out, and it's a ground cover. And it looks really nice. It's very green. It you can walk on it. You can even mow it if you want. But if you've just got spots you need to fill in, and I've done this in several places in the backyard. I don't know if you've noticed. But it fills in really nice in the spring and summer. And it's real cheap. It's cheaper than laying outside or buying plugs. So I'm going to throw out...
get fake AstroTurf.
Well, I don't know about that. But I'm going to throw out some dichondra in this spot and see what that does. That stuff is so easy to grow. If I can't grow dichondra under this...
And it's light grass or no?
It's not grass. It's a ground cover.
But what is, it
So
looks
it's
like
gonna-
weeds?
No, it doesn't look like a weed. It's going to kind of blend in with the grass.
But
Are
you going to put a border around it?
It's a leaf.
Are you going to put a border around it?
You're
so
not
it
even
looks like...
you're not even going to know it's there.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of it. It's just going to look green, and you're not even going to know it's there.
Okay, well that's your project.
Yeah. So that's
I'll be inside trying to figure out how to cook, and you be outside trying to figure out how to make grass grow there or dichondra.
And usually I'm really good at landscaping stuff, but I've had the hardest
this has been a
time
quandary for you.
growing damn grass underneath that magnolia tree.
I think maybe something needs to happen to that tree.
Well, it's not my tree. It's our neighbor's tree.
Well, maybe something needs to happen.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Maybe there's
What
something,
what needs to happen?
Maybe something could attack that tree, just unbeknownst to us.
I tell you what attacked our freaking North Texas. I guess it was last week. We had winds that were like 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I just noticed our flag was ripped off the side of our house and was behind our bushes.
Oh, really?
Yes, I just noticed that this morning.
Wow.
I didn't even. So I looked behind the bushes and I'm like, "There's our flag." I didn't even notice it was off the house.
I don't go out the front that much. I guess I don't pay attention.
That thing was mounted on the house with a steel base.
The steel base got ripped off?
It ripped the steel base in two.
Oh no.
Yes. So the reason I brought that up is I noticed a lot of limbs on that magnolia were tore off too.
Self-pruned.
Well, nothing's gonna knock down a magnolia.
I'm just saying, maybe there's like some sort of
except a tornado.
I don't know, some sort of fungus that can attack that
What
tree.
are you suggesting?
I don't know.
That I kill someone else's living thing?
Shh. I'm saying, what if something happens organically?
Why
to
are
the
you
tree?
talking like that? What does that mean?
I'm changing my voice.
Oh, you are?
I'm
Pretend I'm a
kidding.
Home Depot guy and you're looking for the caulk.
No. I'm not.
Ask
And I
me-
wouldn't do that to my neighbors. I love my neighbors.
Ask me where it is, but change your voice when you say it.
No.
Please.
I don't care about caulk.
It brings me so much joy.
No, you had enough joy talking about it about 10 minutes ago for everybody.
And talk about the different colors.
No, don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care?
No, not about that. No.
Wow. This is new.
Is it?
All right, babe. You got anything else? No, actually, we've got to talk about my bathroom story. Maybe we'll talk.
Oh Lord, that's what we're going to end on.
Yeah,
and then we're going to go into spring break on that note.
Yeah, tell everybody what you're doing for spring break, and then we'll
Going
do
home
that.
to South Carolina.
South Kakalaki.
Alan can't help himself. He has to say that. So I'm going to go see Aunt Velma, my cousin Cindy, Grayson, Leah, Victoria, Brooke, who has her new baby. That's a miracle baby. Jinsey. We're going to see my best friend since 5th grade, Tommy Jean. And my friends Annette and Diana. And we're all going, man, we've got so many. Let me tell you, we're going to be eating. I'm not even worried about it. I'm like, listen, I'm going to take all my elastic waist and flowy britches, whatever, flowy tops and stretchy britches. Why bother?
You're going to take your...
Why bother till I get back?
Your Shabazz Brothers
everything
loungewear?
Because we've already planned almost every single meal while I'm there. First thing we're doing is we're going to Cane's Barbecue on the Pamplico Highway.
Oofa.
I have the best memories of going up there. And when I used to do takeout, I'm going to go to the buffet. But when I used to get takeout, I get half and half. It's half chicken and rice and half barbecue. And I cover it all in red gravy. So good. So I'm going to go to the buffet on Friday night after we land in Columbia. We're going to drive into Florence. Tommy Jean's picking us up. And
you're going straight to the buffet?
Straight to Cane's Barbecue.
I tooted.
Straight. And then on Saturday, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but Aunt Velma really wants to go to Konnichiwa. That is a Japanese restaurant, Konnichiwa. It's at the Florence Mall. And
a Japanese restaurant at the Florence Mall.
Yes, it's in the parking lot of the Florence Mall. And, they have restaurants at the malls here, so don't even. But this is a Japanese restaurant.
Do Japanese people run the restaurant?
I don't know. I remember when I lived there, a lot of Greek people ran the restaurants. But I haven't been there in 30 years, though. But Greek people ran a lot of the restaurants when I lived there. But Konnichiwa, my Aunt Velma says they have a rice bowl that is to die for. And it's so much food, she said. And then Tommy Jean, we're going to some Mexican restaurant on Saturday night. I forget the name of it, but she couldn't get into the Peddler. The Peddler could not accommodate our party.
The Peddler?
So, we're not going to the Peddler. Because now we're going to go to some Mexican restaurant I can't remember the name of. But we've got every meal planned. At some point, I will be having a bag of boiled peanuts. I'm just so excited.
You're going to come back miserable.
And happy.
No, you won't be happy.
Miserable
you're gonna be
and happy.
I know you've done this bit before.
I don't care.
You're going to come home and you're going to be miserable.
Sick of me. By the time I leave South Carolina vacations, I cannot wait to get back home so I can eat vegetables again that haven't been cooked in fatback and grease. But I'm really, and plus it's about seeing my family and stuff. But it's also about eating. It's about eating my way through South Carolina. So that's what I'm doing on my spring break. Alan's going to finish his man cave.
I'm doing nothing.
You're working to complete your man cave.
I'll just be doing honeydews. Yeah, I'll be finishing the man cave and watching the dogs, I guess.
I reckon.
Maybe go for a motorbike ride or two. We'll see. But before we get into the bathroom story,
oh Lord, y'all been waiting for this, I'm sure, with bated breath.
Well, we'll talk about it. But
all right, well, Alan does take care of all. I'm really thankful that he does enjoy it and that he's good at it. But he takes care of everything in the yard, front and back. And this spring, you can breathe some life into your backyard with fastgrowingtrees.com.
Yes.
From shade to fresh fruit to privacy and natural beauty, let fastgrowingtrees.com help you plant your dream garden with their expert advice and fast, reliable shipping. Fastgrowingtrees.com's plant experts curate thousands of easy-to-grow plant, shrub, and tree varieties for your unique climate. Meyer lemons, evergreens, everything in between. They've got it. And sometimes, though, it's hard to know which plants are going to do best in my yard. Not a problem, because with fastgrowingtrees.com, you get customized recommendations based on your specific needs. Plus, their plant experts are always available to help you with your plants and to help them grow healthy throughout the season and beyond. So no more waiting in lawn lines, hauling heavy plants around. With fastgrowingtrees.com, you order online, your plants arrive at your door in just a few days. And with Fast Growing Trees 30-day Alive and Thrive guarantee, everything's going to look great, fresh out of the box.
So join over 1.5 million happy Fast Growing Trees customers. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/lovin' right now to get 15% off your entire order. Get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/lovin'.
They have indoor plants too.
They do.
So if you're like, I don't have a yard, I live in an apartment or a condo or whatever, they have things for indoor plant enthusiasts as well.
They have everything.
Everything.
A lot of things that grow at fast.
What'd you order today for us?
Desert willow.
Ooh. Where are you going to put that?
That spot in the backyard, this is not part of the ad, but that spot in the backyard where I've killed everything I've put there because it's right by the pool. I think it gets the glare from the pool. It's right next to the house, so it's hotter than Hades, and it's afternoon sun.
Does it go with the Zen theme?
It will. It will. This is
Japanese kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound like it.
It's an interesting looking plant, and a lot of Japanese plants are very non-symmetrical. It's not a very symmetrical.
What's it
plant.
called again?
A desert willow.
All right. Thank you, fastgrowingtrees.com, for our desert willow.
That's right. It'll be the one kind of like non-Japanese, quote unquote, plant in the backyard, but that's okay. It's beautiful. Pink flowers in the summer.
Love that.
Yeah, really nice. Okay, well, another reason I wanted to talk about that used to be a thing but aren't a thing anymore is because I had an incident at a fast food restaurant.
Always.
Right. Well, take yourself back to when Emma Kellie was very small. Take myself back to when my kids were very like infants. And
baby changing table size.
Yeah. Now this isn't a social rant. This isn't a political rant. This has nothing to do with any of that.
Just an observation.
This is an observation that it used to be when you would go to any public restroom, there was a men's room and a women's room, a men's room, ladies' room, whatever. Somewhere along the line, and I think it was when my kids were small, so maybe like the early 2000s, yeah, maybe even before that.
Started in the family restroom.
They started doing the family restroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes dad's with the kids or mom, so you could go in as a family.
Right. But even before that, they would have a changing station in the men's room.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, okay, whatever. I'd take Brooke, I'd take my daughter in the men's room and change her in the, you'd have to do that sometimes. But then they started introducing the family restroom. And like you say, there was a changing station in there. I guess a mom and dad could go in there together.
Well, family restroom usually just one toilet.
Right.
And a bigger area.
A bigger area, more room. You can get a stroller in there. I understand. Right. I get all that. And then it got to be where the family restroom also included a little tiny toilet.
Right, for the toddlers.
And that's cool too, because now your toddler, instead of sitting on a nasty men's toilet or women's full-size hopper, they can sit on a little
cute
half-size toilet.
Cute.
Really cool. Okay. So the family restroom became more of a thing.
Yes.
Okay. So now you've got men's, you've got family, and then you've got women's. Okay. Time goes on, and then you start to notice the unisex restroom.
Right.
Now, you usually don't have, from what I've seen, you don't have a men's room, a unisex, and then a women's. If an establishment has unisex, they just have unisex.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
Like there are restaurants we go to and they're unisex.
There are normally the unisex bathrooms, it's still one stall.
Mm-hmm.
So you can lock the door.
It's a one-holer.
But if you go to some place like a club or a restaurant that's got more of a club environment,
Mm-hmm.
I have been to those establishments where everybody's in the bathroom. There are stalls. Instead of urinals out in the open, they're all toilets, but there are stalls, and men and women all go in there at the same time.
So you're in there releasing the hounds next to a dude.
Yes.
Okay. This isn't even about that, but that's unstable.
Well, that's the way it is.
Well, that's wheels off.
Well, that's the way it is.
Well,
now.
I say
Again,
that's
you
wheels
said
off.
this is not.
It's
just the way it is.
Well, in my opinion, that's wheels off.
It's just uncomfortable for you.
So
Not for me, because I'm so open-minded.
I don't want to hear a woman next to me.
So open-minded.
I don't want to hear a woman next to me doing plop plop fizz fizz while I'm doing my.
Why has it got to be like that?
So Cole and I, my son, my oldest son, Cole and I, we have this kind of routine lately where I've had to take him to an appointment, and I got to take him to baseball and on Thursdays.
It's a busy, busy day.
Thursday's a
lot
busy
of
day.
quality time with you and Cole.
Yeah, so our schedule has been, I get him, he's starving because he eats lunch at like 10:50.
Yeah.
So he wants to get something to eat at like 4:00. So he always wants Wendy's. So we roll to Wendy's. So our thing is we go into Wendy's. And our first thing we usually do is
Order
and then go to the bathroom. So Cole runs over to the bathroom. He finishes, I get the food and we go over and I said, buddy, I'm going to go wash my hands and use the bathroom too. So I walk over there and I look and there's 2 doors. It's not men's and women's. It's unisex and unisex. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I got to use one of these, even though women use it and they do their things in there and men also do their nasty things in there. We're all going to use the same one, I guess.
Same at Starbucks and stuff. When I go there, they don't have a men and women's anymore at all of them.
Okay,
They're unisex.
Well, here's the problem. When you have a unisex bathroom, any a-hole can come barging in on you at any time.
So it's not just one toilet where you can lock the door?
There's one toilet. It's a one-holer, but therein lies the key piece of information. You got to lock the door.
Right. You did tell me this story, honey.
So the kid goes rolling on over there. Happy-go-lucky AE goes rolling on over there. Grab that handle. Open that door wide.
Yeah.
And what do I see but a woman with her pants around her ankles looking up at me. We make eye contact. She goes, ah! And I go, ah! Bam! And I shut the door and I run back over to Cole.
And say, we got to go.
He's like, what happened?
We got to go.
He's horrified. I'm like.
Or was he laughing?
I'm like, well, he was kind of laughing too. I'm like, she didn't lock the door. So I'm trying to blame the victim.
Right.
I'm like, she didn't lock.
That is her fault. She should have locked the door.
She didn't lock the door. But if there was a men's room and a woman's room, it would have been a non-issue.
Well, you could have walked in on a man if he didn't lock the door.
Don't you think that's a little different?
It is a little different, but it's still embarrassing.
I saw a stranger with her pants around her ankles.
You could have seen
a man. And I made eye contact with her.
You could have seen a man with his pants around his ankles.
I've seen plenty of men with their pants around their ankles.
See, if you would have seen me in there, you wouldn't have seen me with my pants around my ankles. That's just, I don't
They'd have been around your knees?
Yeah, that never gets that low. It never gets that low. And my butt will not make contact with that toilet. And it's a hover
situation. That would have been worse.
That would have been worse. Because it would have been a hover situation.
Well, and I'd have seen all her business.
It would have been way worse.
She had her arms like.
How do you not lock the door?
That's what I told Cole. I'm like, Cole, how did she not lock the door?
Is that the story you thought you hadn't told me? You had told me that.
I did tell you that?
Yeah, I thought you meant you had an issue that you hadn't told me about.
No, I didn't have a.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I didn't have a shitting issue.
Well, that's what I assumed it was.
No, I walked in on a woman sitting there doing her thing.
Well, were you still there when she came out?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I ignored her.
And she ignored you?
I guess I didn't look up. I was so horrified.
Yeah, that's personal responsibility on her part. She should have locked the door.
Now, I could have knocked, but I was in a hurry.
Well, sometimes I do. If the door's shut all the way, you want to make sure you're like, knock, knock, before you twist the handle. You just went barging
But
in.
you know why I didn't? Here's the real reason why. And usually I do, but here's why I didn't.
Political statement?
No. This Wendy's is one of those self-serves. So they don't even take your order. Mm-hmm. You walk up to a kiosk and I
don't like that.
You punch in your order.
I don't like that.
And then like a burger comes down a conveyor belt into this like tube and you take your food. It's like there's never anyone in there. So I rolled on over to there's 2 unisex.
Somebody back there making the food, I hope.
Well, there was somebody making the food and somebody making a turd. And I walked in on the woman making a turd.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So the moral of this story is...
Lock the door.
Number 1, lock the door if you're ever in a one-holer. Number 2, can we just go back to like a men's sign and a woman's sign?
You can't.
Why do we have to have unisex?
Because it's just the way it is. So you can complain about it or just accept it and just lock the door. That's all you can do.
But I don't think women want to use a bathroom that a man's been exploding on and
it's
blowing up.
It's not my favorite to go into a public bathroom and those seats up and it's like, ugh.
And there's yellow dots all over the
stop. And we don't need to get that graphic.
Well, therein lies my point.
I get it, but it's just a different time. We can't bitch about everything.
Oh, yeah, we
Bitch
can.
about the important things.
Well, I don't know. I just making eye contact with a woman
Very traumatic.
that I don't know.
Very traumatic. I get it.
And she looks at me, I look at her, and then there's that second of awkward, like, oh my God, I'm looking at somebody I don't know.
I know. It's awful.
And I can basically see her ass and all her stuff.
That's unfortunate.
And then her panties down around her ankles. It's like, why are we doing this?
It is what it is. Lock the door, people.
Lock the door.
Lock the door.
So there you go. The moral of the story is lock the door.
On that note. Yeah. I thought you had a different bathroom story because you did tell me that one.
I think I texted you that one.
No, you told me. I
I
don't
did?
remember. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, my son was horrified, which brought up another story. And so Cole and I got to talking about bathroom stories ourselves. And we were at Disney World 3 years ago, and the boys were really little then. They were
much younger.
They're only 3 years, but in boys at this age,
Yeah.
like, they were much smaller.
Yeah, because Dylan is 10 now, but he was, Thanksgiving. So he was about 8 at the time. And because he'll be.
This was like 3 years ago,
well,
wasn't it?
This Thanksgiving he'll be 11.
Wasn't
so
it before
if you take away 3.
It was before the.
It was before.
It was before the virus, wasn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
So it was 2019.
Yeah. It was
Wow.
like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Anyway, I went in to use a restroom, and the boys were outside waiting for me, and I do the stupid didn't lock the door, and it was unisex. Well, a woman comes barging in on me, and I'm like, ah, and I'm standing there,
Yeah. You never learn.
And then she closes the door, and then I came out, and then she went in. She didn't care that she saw me, and I was like, guys, why didn't you tell her I was in there? And their excuse to this day is stranger danger. They said it's stranger danger. They told us at school not to talk to anybody. So you say stranger
Kids
danger.
don't say anything. Kids don't say anything.
I'm like, guys, you knew I was in there. If you saw somebody about to walk in on your dad, why didn't you say, excuse me, ma'am, my dad's in there? They're like, no, stranger danger,
maybe
stranger
they would have
danger.
assumed Dad locked the door, and she would have wiggled a locked door.
Now, why was the anus on me to lock the door?
Because you put it on the woman at Wendy's. Why wouldn't you put it on you?
No, you put the anus on her. You said she should have
It's
locked.
onus, and stop it. It's onus.
Stop what?
You're misspeaking. All right. I don't want to end on that note. So I'll end on this one. KellieandAllen.com/vacation.
Yes.
That's where you go to get information on this year's podcast family vacation at the Valentin Imperial Riviera Maya, right? Is it Riviera Maya? I just know it's Valentin Imperial. And you fly into Cancun, and you take a car, and there it is. Anyway, Alan and I are going to be there July the 2nd through the 8th or 9th, whatever that. We're going to be there
Monday through Friday.
Sunday through Friday. Sunday through Friday.
Sunday through Friday.
So that will be the 2nd through whatever that Friday is. So anyway, but Ken Holiday is helping us with a bunch of different packages. If you go to, there's a Facebook page, Kellie and Allen Podcast Vacation, I believe is what it's called, right? Mm-hmm. Kellie and Allen Podcast Vacation. Right there, pinned at the top, is all the different room packages that are available. And you can come any and all of those days, but that's when Alan and I are going to be there. So we hope that you can come vacation with us. I talked about this also on my Love Letters to Kellie podcast today.
Love letters to Kellie.
We recorded that one for spring break week. We talked about, wouldn't it be nice to have some of my Love Letters to Kellie podcast listeners come? I invited Robert. I said, Robert, why don't you come? Can you imagine?
What the chances of Robert coming
with
on?
his SPF 100,
Oh
he and I
my God.
both.
Oh.
With our SPF 100 sitting under the palapa together.
He doesn't even put that on. He puts the zinc on his body.
Zinc. He's paler than I am.
Oh.
So anyway, it's going to be fun. We've had a lot of people that are trying to get booked. I know that they're doing half a deposit required by a certain date. I don't have all that information in front of me right now, but go to the KellieandAllen.com/vacation and you get all the details there.
All the details there.
Or join the Facebook group.
And on the Facebook group, a lot of people have been posting pictures of the past.
Yes, because I asked them to. I said, post
that was a
pictures
good
so
idea.
people can see how fun it is.
Yeah, so if you're on the fence, you can go back and see, like, what is this all about? But here's the thing. Just if you're on the fence and you're like, man, I don't know. There's gonna be a bunch
It
of
is
people,
expensive.
bunch of people I don't know, and maybe money's not the problem. It's like, well,
But it is expensive.
I'd do
Prices
it, but
have gone up.
I'd do it, but there's a lot of people I don't know, and it's gonna be kind of weird. It's not at all.
It's not.
Every time we've been, everyone's been so nice. Everybody
so
makes
welcoming.
makes friends so quickly.
When they see somebody, we've actually had people travel on their own, solo.
Yep.
Because they were like, we don't have a partner, we don't have anybody, and it is, it's kind of pricey. Not everybody can go, and they've gone on their own. They are immediately welcomed in. You become part of the group. We are still friends, very close, dear friends with people who went on our very first podcast vacation in 2019. So, I mean, this is really like a family. You become part of the podcast family legitimately when you go on this vacation.
And not everybody's all booed up. Like Kelly said, we got singles, we got mother-daughters that come, and we've got friends that come. So listen, don't spend that money that you've saved on aluminum siding or
Not something like that.
or dichondra,
Please.
or tubes of caulk. Spend it on a vacation. You will not regret it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree, Alan.
All right. Well, you got anything else?
No, honey. I had some other things, but I'm going to save it.
Save it.
Save it because I'm ready to go crawl into my Dusk Luxe Helix mattress and go to bed. After I finish cleaning up the kitchen from that lovely supper I prepared for you tonight.
That thing's so comfortable. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love Hastings desperately, rollerblading desperately, reading the lyrics out of a cassette tape desperately. I miss those things. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.